Hello, it's your girl, the BRAT, B-R-A-T, your favorite working dancer who believes freelance is not free dance. So to make sure you got your pockets tight, your money is right, I'm coming to you today with one dancer side hustle. I think I want to make this a series to let y'all know all the different side hustles I've worked as a dancer in order to fill in the gaps in between performances and such, yeah? So today we're gonna go over the party motivator, the hype person. So the party starter. Now, what is a party starter, you would ask? So, you know, we're dancers. Naturally, we don't have an issue going to an event and get it popping because we love dancing, we like to move. So your song comes on, you go out in the middle of the dance floor, and that's, you know, that's a natural second nature to you, yeah? So a party starter, AKA the hype person, is a person who is hired to come to parties and get it cracking, yeah? Especially like parties where culturally people might have difficulties getting on the dance floor, or you know, people might be a little upper crusty, don't want to get their stuff dirty, to loosen them up. That's where we come in, yes? Now, how do you find these gigs? I found one recently on Dance NYC. You can find a lot of them on Craigslist. Be very mindful when you go on Craigslist, because you know, you want to make sure it's legit. So you read in an ad and there's misspellings and all the information's not given, you might not want to do that, yeah? But anything, usually I go on Dance NYC. You could Google it, because definitely party starter, a whole bunch of gigs will pop up in your area. And I first started this like right after college. I was with a little company for a hot second, but then I had moved. I came to New York, came back from school, and auditioned for this one I found on Craigslist. And it was the company was based in Brooklyn. So at first, you know, we danced for the parties in Brooklyn. The crowd was mostly like European, Eastern European. So we had events every weekend, usually Saturday, Sunday, and then it had moved to Philly. So we used to travel to the parties. That became a little bit time consuming. So eventually, like, I, you know, phased it out, and definitely you can always find them. Now, the party starters, it's usually, you have a uniform fit. You can have an all black fit or all white fit. That's like the standard uniform. And then when you go to the function, a lot of these are kids parties or like corporate parties, right? With the kids parties, there's usually swag that they want you to have. Like, so if the kid's name is on a t-shirt, they'll ask you to wear the t-shirt in order to, like, you know, get you to blend into the party seamlessly. And there's like, you know, you just follow the arc of the party. Now there's always an MC, there's always a DJ. The MC, master of ceremony. So he's lets you know, like, okay, these are the parents, these are the kids. When they come in, we might have to hold sparklers around them, make sure they feel, you know, celebrated, seen, appreciated, all those kind of things. They also, so they give you the rundown of the show or the party. And then also, you gotta, you know, especially if you're a dance teacher or instructor of any kind, there's moments where you want to get everybody moving. Maybe it's the person who's being celebrated favorite song or a popular song or something like that. You know, some people just don't know how to move their bodies. So you might give them a simple, you know, 4 counts to 8, and then they'll follow along, yeah? But you gotta make sure you capture their attention and then get the movement popping. And you do that for however long the party is. There's always, you know, there might be a little break when there's a montage of whatever situation's going on. You go grab you some water, grab you a quick bite to eat. But it's all in all a very good side hustle. They pay fairly well. And if say there's like a hot season and a cold season. So think fall to like spring is when you could be regularly getting at least 4 parties a month, yeah? And in that time, because you have the holidays, you have, you know, Christmas, you know, Hanukkah, Thanksgiving, all these times of year is when you have a lot of parties, so those are the times to like rack up some dough. Especially say you have a part-time day job or something, and then you could do this on the weekends or at nights. It's a very good side hustle. And then around, you know, early or late spring into summer, that's when you usually have a lull. You probably have more corporate events than anything rather than parties, because in the summertime, the kids, you know, they're on break, so their families might be taking on, you know, summer long vacations and what have you, so you might not be booking as frequently as you were in the spring, winter, fall, yeah? And I think this is a good side hustle because, again, it's something that comes to us naturally. We have no problem getting lit on the dance floor. Now, you will have to interact with people you don't know. So you have to, you know, break that barrier of shyness, make them feel comfy, bring them in and give them, you know, make them feel like they're doing something. You know what I'm saying? So on top of that, usually there's a set pay, and then sometimes families tip you, sometimes they're not, but it's always, you know, always a benefit if they tip you, because that's like train fare, that's groceries, that's savings, you know what I'm saying? So it's always great. And I believe, especially say you just came here, right? You have your savings or whatever, but you still need to make your investments, you still need to make your cushion, again, because in the summer, there's not as many gigs. So if you are physically able, because you know, we need rest and all those good things, I would say go hard on the on season, because the off season, you might not be making that much bread unless you know, you caught somebody's tour or something like this. You know, there's ebbs and flows to everything, especially in performances, right? So if you could stack during the squirrel months, when it's the outside months, you'll still be okay because you stacked during the squirrel months, yeah? And I highly, because I see this every year with dancers, especially if you're teaching or whatever, you taught all year, you have BRAT, and then summer comes, it's like, ooh, peanuts. You're penniless. We don't want to be penniless. We want to have pennies, yeah? We want to have dollars. So again, this is one side hustle I believe every dance should master, especially if you're an instructor, a teacher, or anything like that, where you have no problem interacting with people and getting people motivated to do something. This would be a great side hustle for you, yeah? And in New York, there's a lot of companies. Maybe say you're in a place where there isn't, maybe you could start the side hustle business if you see that, you know, the parties are dry, you know what I'm saying? So in New York, there's definitely plenty. Again, I found one recently on Dance NYC, but you have Craigslist, you have Google, there's loads of companies, so I suggest highly dancers moving to New York. It is a good side hustle to get into. Now, some people, especially, it depends on your work schedule. It could feel draining, again, because you're giving so much energy over time, and maybe that means you just do one a week versus like some people do 2, 3. It all depends on what you're trying to achieve. I'd say at least do once a week so you can stack your paper though, okay? All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. I'm going to be coming to you with more dance or side hustles that I have performed and how I like them, and if I would recommend them to you, depending on, you know, your personality, your affinities towards certain things, all that, all right, thanks, bye. And if you have any side hustles that you do that you think would be a good one for dancers, put it in the comments. I want to see, because you know, I don't know everything, and I always like to learn, yeah? All right, so peace.